Yo, welcome to another episode of Great Conversations and Guests, man. It's your boy Turbo. We back with another episode for y'all. I got my boy Brandon on the couch with me today. We're going to get into some NFL games from over Sunday. We're going to get into some college football from this past Saturday, too. We're going to also talk about the Liberty, how they bounced back in game 2 and beat the Lynx. We also going to get into some preseason basketball for y'all, too, man. Stay tuned. Y'all already know. Like, subscribe, and comment on this video, too. And you know we're going to keep it coming. Like I told y'all, I got my boy Brandon on the couch today. I'm going to go and let him introduce himself and let him know where y'all can follow him at.
Alright, my name is Brandon. You can follow me at KingRTV on Instagram, Facebook, everything, and on YouTube, Urban101.
That's all you know. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all go search that name up and go and get into it. So first thing first, we're going to get into the WNBA. The Liberty bounced back in game 2 to beat the Minnesota Lynx 80-66. Breanna Stewart had a nice game, 21 points, 8 assists. Sabrina also put in 15 points and 5 assists. Who you think? What do you think this the series really going on?
I feel like Liberty gonna win the whole thing.
I do too. I kind of feel like they gonna win the whole thing too. I just feel like Breanna Stewart and Sabrina, they like a good 1-2 type shit.
I feel like the only team that could have beat the Liberty was the Aces.
Bro, that's the same
Once
thing.
the Aces out, I don't feel like
Nobody else gonna stop them, especially old girl Breanna Stewart. She a previous MVP too herself. You feel me? So yeah, I feel
like that first game they should have won, but they
that's it
for it now though. So.
That's the same thing I thought too. I just felt like the Lynx just came in with that momentum. You feel me? After they win over Connecticut, because I thought Connecticut really was gonna win. So I think like they just was running off a lot of fuel from that last game and came out with an overtime win. You feel?
Yeah, I think they're gonna get it away though. So.
Yeah, they Liberty probably like now they got them like slowed the game up how they want to play.
They play again. When they play again?
Today or tomorrow?
I think it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. For sure. But yeah, I think I got Liberty taking it all too. I think they just too much right now.
I feel like they're not gonna lose another game for the rest of the series. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Now if they playing ball like that, and they had another girl who stepped up big for them too. Her name was
From the Liberty?
Yeah, from the Liberty, Hamilton. Her last name was like her name was Lacey Hamilton. She had 20. She put up 20 on bro off the bench. Well, I don't know if she came off the bench, but she played 32 minutes.
Nice,
yeah, the whole team was stacked. They played decent for sure. They did. But make sure y'all drop a comment and let us know what y'all think about the Liberty and the Lynx game and who y'all think gonna win the series and take the championship. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So next thing we're gonna get into it for y'all. We're gonna get into the preseason. I know y'all been catching coming to the preseason game that was over the weekend. One of the preseason games we're gonna talk about is the Chicago Bulls took on the Memphis Grizzlies, and they lost. Shit, if y'all ain't see that shit, they ass lost, and it's disappointing because most of their starters played, and Memphis ain't had no starters playing. They had basically all backups, some second-year players, couple third-year players, and the Bulls weren't able to pull it out. So, what you think about this year's Bulls team? What you think they're gonna do?
I honestly feel like the Bulls this year will be better than what a lot of people think they are gonna be. So.
Why you think that though?
I feel like even though we lost the roles and everything, I feel like a lot of young players, Kobe White and everything, gonna step up. And Ball come back, and I feel like he might. I know he might not be what he once was, but I feel like he gonna be better than people think.
I feel like I fuck with Lonzo Ball, so I feel like he gonna come back like you said. Like he was only he was a 14-7-7 type guy. He can still, I think he still can average that assist. I ain't even worried about that. He gonna be able to still play make, but shooting the ball probably I think he's gonna.
Then I said the new rookie they got, he nice too though.
What was his name? Because I be forgetting about him.
I don't pronounce it, but I know exactly what you're talking about. He's from Chicago too.
Yeah.
Right now they have, I think it's 4 players from Chicago right now on the team.
Yeah, Tyler Horton.
Tyler Horton went to Simeon, and then they got, what's that from Morgan Park.
And Dusumo.
Yeah, and then they got other guy, he went to Whitney Young.
Okay, they getting some. At least they getting some.
I hope they signed Taylor though. So, but he's still
like on the
training camp roster. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Cause I'm like I ain't really seen on the main roster yet.
Nah, he ain't get signed yet though. So.
But I don't know though.
I think they go pick up on themselves.
What do you think the Bulls probably fall at in the Eastern Conference this year? Probably.
I'm hoping they can fall in 7th or 8th. I'm hoping.
Like 7th, 8th. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I got Charlotte falling in that like 7th, 8th. LaMelo Ball back. He playing.
I feel like the Bulls gonna surprise people though. I feel like everybody just. I don't know. Chicago, they just criticize all their teams and their teams be better than they really are. So
I feel like because a lot of the fans just kept saying like who gonna fill up the seats now. You feel me?
I feel like the Bulls, let's say the Bulls, Cubs, Bears, it don't matter if our team's bad, good, they gonna sell pretty much.
Yeah. That's what I said
Chicago
too.
pretty much sell more tickets than any other city. And the United Center is the biggest arena in the whole NBA. A lot of people don't even know that. It's more seats in the United Center.
Bro, you just show educated me. I definitely didn't know that shit. Bro,
more seats. That's the biggest arena.
Yeah, it's like 21,000.
No other arena in the NBA got that.
And that motherfucker old. Bro, that's crazy. But yeah, though, hopefully Lonzo do come back. I got Kobe White. I feel like Kobe White gonna have another good year. I feel like, but you don't think it was more of a DeRozan holding him back or the Zach LaVine holding him back? Cause when
I say it was more Zach LaVine.
So that's what I'm saying. So how you think it's gonna fit now?
I mean, I'm not even gonna say Zach LaVine. I feel like he didn't really get to play to his full potential early in his career because he had a ball. He was coming off the bench pretty much.
That's true. That's true.
So if you think about it, Kobe White in college, he was the best point guard from North Carolina. They was the top 3 teams in the country that year. So he was supposed to be what he's doing right now.
Exactly.
It's not a surprise.
Bro,
he was the number 1 point guard in the country in high school, everything. So everything he's doing is what he's supposed to do. It's not like it shouldn't be no surprise.
It just seemed like it came when Ball went down, he came up, but it was still like Zach LaVine, DeRozan. But then when Rosen went down, it was like, all right, Kobe, you gon'. And even DeRozan was even like he a hooper, he know like, all right, Shorty got to get some touches too. And we gonna see what's up with that though. And another preseason game we want to get into. I don't know if all y'all seen what we seen, but DiVincenzo had some words for his old former coach in New York and shit. And told him that's what happened when they let people make the decision. Where you think they came from? So you think he thinks like Tibbs has something to do against traded?
I feel like really he just mad he traded pretty much. You might have an apartment, your whole crib in that city, and you all your college teammates on that one team, y'all all go play together.
Facts. And y'all just came off a nice run.
Now they just send you to Minnesota, so I feel them shit. I know he get mad about it pretty much.
Yeah. I'd be a little salty too. Like after that, and he had a nice season though. Like, and he had a nice playoff run. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that's gonna be like a new good ride.
I hope he play good at this shit. I hope he prove him wrong why they shouldn't trade him.
He just had 15 last night. He averaged 14 last year. You feel me? Shit. Especially
it's preseason though, so when the regular season starts, I just want to see him do it.
That's true. And you know that the Western Conference is a little different. You know, you gotta keep up with a lot of motherfuckers. Motherfuckers gotta be able to score that ball. If you ain't able to score that ball, then it'd be tough on the motherfucker for real. For sure though. But we gonna see. Ant-Man had 31, and Jalen Brunson also dropped 24. Karl Anthony Towns 16 and 16, and OG had 19. So how you think that New York Knicks team gonna look?
I feel like the New York Knicks team would have made the Eastern Conference Finals last year if they didn't get hurt. I feel like the only reason why the Indiana Pacers even beat them in that series because
everybody went down. Yeah, everybody went down. Facts. That's the same thing I said too.
There's no way they would have beat them.
So
I feel like they would have beat Boston too.
You think so?
Yeah. If nobody was hurt, I feel like wouldn't nobody beat them.
OG was playing some good defense here.
OG, all of them was playing together, but all them injuries took them out.
Even with or without Julius Randle?
I feel like without Julius Randle, they played better without him.
That's the same thing I said too. So you think they did a good job trading him too?
They needed to trade him anyway because he ball dominant and Brunson need the ball, so both of them can have the ball at the same time. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I seen it earlier. Like he just can't play with Brunson, and when to me when Julius Randle he kind of inconsistent a lot, and when he off he just be having an off game. So what you think about? Because I was talking to somebody. What you think the Minnesota starting five gonna look like? You think Rob Dillingham should be starting over Mike Conley?
I don't know. Mike Conley getting older, but I don't know. I gotta see him play. I don't know. I gotta really watch him play the first few games and really be able to tell. But Rob Dillingham, he cold though. I've been looking at him since he was in high school. Nice.
And a lot of people been thinking that Julius Randle gonna start for the Minnesota.
I think he is.
You think over Naj Reid?
He gonna start. They ain't do all that trade. They ain't trade Cat and not go have him start. Think about it. They just traded their best.
But I am, but you know they
just traded.
Julius Randle is coming off injury too, off the shoulder.
I feel like they just traded their second best player. He's starting on that team.
And they just gonna let Naj Reid continue to be that 6 man.
Yeah.
I mean that ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie. Minnesota got a lot of depth this year. I feel like they're gonna
get Naj Reid better than Randle. He might fit the team better, but I don't think he'll be a better player.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I gotta see Julius Randle come back and see, but I feel like
I mean, he
they
was
should
just
keep
playing
him
at
at
the
the
all-star
six.
level, though.
They should just keep him at the 6-man. Shit, that's what he was doing good at.
I thought that's what the reason why they traded Cat was to let him go and step up to that role.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I don't really understand. That trade really wasn't.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
It was really crazy. But shit, make sure y'all leave a comment and let us know what y'all think about what DiVincenzo said to the New York Knicks. What do you think? It was a shot, or was he just salty, or how y'all think both teams gonna turn out this year? Drop a comment and let us know. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So next thing we're gonna get into for y'all, we're gonna get into some college football. One of the best games that happened Saturday was Ohio State took on Oregon, the number 2 team in the country versus the number 3 team in the country, and it was a fist fight to the end. It came out to 31-32.
Yeah, 30.
A 1-point game, and that shit was crazy. Both quarterbacks played good. Both teams played good. And what you thought about the game?
Honestly, I feel like it was a good game. I mean, Ohio State, that's my team. I still feel Ohio State. I feel like they gonna win the whole thing, even off this one loss.
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why they lost that game. I mean, I'm not going. There's a lot of reasons why they lost it, but they had the game won in that last play. The receiver had an offensive pass interference. They was in field goal range. They would have won the game. They got took back. The quarterback took off for a run with no timeouts with 8 seconds left and slid. And we had one timeout, I think. He slid with 8 seconds left and the time ran out, so they couldn't kick the field goal.
So you feel like it was bad clock management in the end, basically?
You're not supposed to take off running with 8 seconds left.
Exactly.
In the middle of the field.
You gotta either make a play or you gotta throw it away.
Man,
especially
he held the ball for 4 seconds trying to throw it. Then
it
broke off the last 4. There's no time left. So all they needed was a field goal and the game was over. They won by 2.
Just a mental break. It's a mental break in a crucial moment. The motherfuckers gonna be understand, like, until you play sports and you in that moment, you ain't gonna understand. A lot of people like, damn, it's fucked up, but
I feel like they go get that rematch. They gonna end up playing them again in the Big Ten championship game.
Cause Oregon is part of the Big Ten now.
They gonna get that rematch.
So what do you think? You got Oregon going all. I mean, you got Ohio State going all the way to that championship.
They gotta go all the way.
I ain't gonna lie, Ohio State do look good, but Oregon.
Like that's just one. I mean, that's you think about it. Alabama lost, Georgia lost. All these teams lost. You can still.
For sure.
It's a college playoff.
But Georgia lost to Alabama.
Yeah, and Ohio State lost to Oregon, so it's not like they lost to
nobody. Yeah, because Michigan just lost to them for Washington 3 weeks ago, so it's like, yeah, you right though. But Dylan Gabriel had a big game, 341 yards, 2 touchdowns, quarterback for Oregon.
I had Ohio State on all my bets. I messed up on that one, but.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all do follow him too, cause he a betting man too. He come through. You fuck with FanDuel a lot. What else? What you mostly fuck with?
FanDuel, DraftKings, pretty much those 2. Really.
Those 2.
Yeah.
That's all good. But next game we gonna get into Alabama barely won against South Carolina. They won their game by 2. Jalen Monroe, he had a decent game. He had 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 1 passing touchdown. What you think about Alabama? How you think they starting to turn out?
Like Alabama been struggling these last few games. They ain't really been offense. I don't pretty know what the problem is, but their offense ain't been clicking together.
Same thing I was feeling like. I was really talking about.
Maybe it's teams that they should be beating way easy.
Yeah, for sure they
They'd be -20 on the spread and win by less than single digits.
Yeah, that shit do be crazy. I feel like they defense, far as they like. They secondary. I feel like they secondary ain't as good, and they linebackers ain't. They be having a hard time tackling, like good running backs.
I feel like their best offensive player is 17-year-old.
Exactly. I don't even think it's the quarterback.
Yeah.
To be honest, they got a couple of good running backs, but like you said, the best.
They don't really have that many receivers.
Not for real. Not elite like how they used to.
Because teams like Ohio State got a whole bunch of receivers who was top prospects. They only got 1.
Even Texas got a lot of everybody got a lot of depth at wide receiver this year. It's like, yeah, I ain't even look at it like that because I was just looking at their defense, and I was just like, especially after the Georgia game, they let Georgia come back. I was just like, damn. They gave a lot of
Georgia was gonna win the game at the end.
Yeah, I thought
he threw that interception at the end. He would have won that game.
But a lot of people said the play before I think no, they did call a flag the 2 plays before that. That's how they got down.
I think we said pass interference.
Yeah, the pass interference.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact play, but they definitely came down to that last play at the end.
You think Alabama gonna make a run for the national championship, or you think they gonna get pushed out the playoffs this year?
I think they're going to get pushed out.
I think they gonna push out. There's a lot of teams that's undefeated right now.
To me, I feel like it's going to be Ohio State and Texas if they don't have to meet each other before.
Yeah. What you think gonna happen when Ohio State go up against University of Indiana? You know they've been playing some good football too. They ranked 16 now.
I feel like ain't nobody beating them. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see nobody beating them.
Right, you did say that was your team. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The next game we're gonna get into for y'all, we're gonna get into the Kansas State versus Colorado game. They snuck by the Colorado 28-31. I feel like the reason why they really lost that game, Travis Hunter went down and he couldn't finish that game.
I feel like Colorado playing a lot better than they was in the beginning of the season. Because now they actually, I feel like defense stepping up.
Yeah, I feel like they defense
beginning of the season, they couldn't stop no.
They couldn't stop no run, especially the run. I feel like their offensive line stepping up. They protecting Shador a little better. He playing a little better, moving around and taking off a little more. But the one thing I did notice more, like, he is getting the ball out of his hands a little quicker. But like, they got a lot of receivers too. Like Jimmy Holmes, Julia, Webster.
Defense is their problem. It's not even. It's defense and offensive line. I feel like everything else.
Yeah.
Running backs, receivers, they pretty solid though.
Yeah, I just feel like they really needed Travis Hunter because in all of them games that they've been in like that, Travis Hunter always on the field and just right and like a play like that, he make a play.
You gotta think he had a high chance of getting hurt playing both sides of the field every single snap. Like,
and I kind of did see the play. He kind of get hurt on his
It's easy to get hurt playing offense and defense if you go play it all game long.
So you think they gonna start limiting him through the season, or you think
I don't think they gonna limit him? I feel like next year in the NFL he gonna have to get limited. I can't see him playing both sides of the field all game long. I don't see that really happening.
Let me ask you, do you think Travis Hunter is like one of the best players in the country right now in college football?
Yeah, I think he gonna go top 2.
Top 2. I got him going first.
Yeah, it's depending on what the team need a quarterback.
I feel like we want.
If the team don't need a quarterback, he gonna go number 1.
But how would you play him though? Wide receiver or DB, or you gonna let him play both?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah.
Why you feel like he should?
I feel like DB he's kind of small.
He like what? 6 feet?
I feel like he's. I think he like.
I think he like 6 feet, 6 feet 1.
6'1".
He got some ups too.
Yeah, no, he's nice for sure. I just don't. If I had to pick which position he had to play,
right.
I'd say probably
wide receiver. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I did say I think he should play DB. Cause you know I played.
He's 6'1", 180.
6'1", that's decent.
So you know they boost your height a little bit.
So he's 6 feet.
He's like 6 feet 170.
So, but you know Jalen Ramsey. So that means Jalen Ramsey ain't really nothing like 6'2".
6'2". Yeah.
But that's how the corners coming out. 6 feet, 6 feet 1, and they can
like
run athletic.
And then I feel like he should play receiver because receiver, if you a top receiver in the league, you gonna get paid more money.
True, but they say
receivers.
But it's gonna be crazy because you got motherfuckers like Justin Jefferson. You feel me?
He can compete with him, though. Shit.
You think he can compete with Justin Jefferson?
I mean, not right away, but down the line.
But put up numbers like Justin Jefferson because he's nice, shorty.
Man, maybe down the line, I feel like he could. Maybe the first 2 years.
But they were saying,
Justin Jefferson, that's the best receiver in the league, so you can't, right. You ain't gotta
right off bat.
You can get paid a big check, and you ain't gotta be the number 1 in the league. Shit, you could be top 5, you still get paid.
True that.
Corners not getting paid as much money as receivers.
But that's what Richard Sherman was saying about him being, because I said I think he should play corner too, because I played receiver and corner and shit. So I feel like he should have played corner just because when you play corner and you got that wide receiver instinct and the skills over wide receiver because you can play it just make being a corner way more easier for you.
I mean, corner was his position in high school. He was number 1 corner in the country. That's what he was right there.
So he really got converted to a receiver. He learned the receiver.
He played both sides, but corner was the position that
he ranked that.
Yeah. So that's why he went to Colorado, so he can learn from
Deion Sanders.
Yeah, that's why he went to Jackson State. Colorado.
But Richard Sherman say somebody like him can reset the whole market value on the cornerback position though. Like he could come in as one of the highest paid corners to ever do this shit.
Man, yeah, you're right, shit. I hope he. I don't know.
But that's if he on some chasing the money type shit.
Yeah, but playing both sides, that's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough in the NFL.
I feel like he can. If he played corner, he could play receiver on certain snaps, maybe 2-3 times a game, 2-3 snaps. I can't feel him just being out there every single play. That's too much.
For sure, I feel you. But also, Shador Sanders also had a big game, 388 yards and 3 touchdowns. What do you think he gonna go in the draft?
I feel like he gonna go real high too. I feel like the team he needs to go to is the Raiders or something like that.
The Raiders. Everybody's saying the Raiders or the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know how Dallas will pull that off,
But
but
I don't think Cowboys will do it. They just paid. That getting paid too much money. But the Raiders, he can go there for sure. It's wide open.
What you think about what if something happened, he end up in Miami or Jacksonville? How you think
I
that
can't
go?
see him going either one of them. They paid Trevor Lawrence getting paid too much too.
So what
Lawrence
about
one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league.
True.
So it's like
we gonna get into that. We gonna get into that later. We definitely gonna get into that later. But yeah, though Shedeur Sanders did his thing. Though I also got him going kind of high. I got him going definitely quarterback, top 3 quarterback coming off the board. Top 1 really, cause I don't really see no real quarterback that's better than him. Only person really I see competing with him at quarterback in college right now is for Miami is Cam Ward and the Texas quarterback who just came back, but he ain't really come back and show too much. Quentin Edwards. Yeah. I know you was telling me about him. Other than that, Carson Beck from Georgia, I don't really like his game. He not that good. I think they just hyping him up because Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Alabama quarterback, he not
Jalen
nice.
I feel like when he go to the league, they gonna try to change.
That's like Miami. Yeah.
I feel like they gonna try to change his position. Go to the league.
Yeah, I don't know. What, running back?
Receiver.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't think he'll agree on that though.
He probably ain't, but I ain't gonna lie, cause like he ain't got like
even if he get to be a receiver, you gotta know if he can catch.
True.
You gotta be the catcher at a high level.
True, but I don't see him just coming in for no franchise and just going starting.
Right.
I ain't. Well, to be honest, you never know. Shit, I ain't think Bo Nix was gonna do it either, but shit, he down and Denver starting. I don't even know how. Shit. But we gonna keep it going. The next game we gonna talk about. We ain't even really gotta talk about it because Texas really just stumped all over Oklahoma, 34-3. You feel me? They still look like the number 1 team in the country. I ain't gonna lie, like I think they the team to beat this year.
For sure. I feel like that game would have been better if Oklahoma would have played their best quarterback. I don't think the quarterback who Oklahoma starting right now is the best quarterback on the team.
Why you don't think that?
The quarterback.
That's the first time I heard that. That's why.
The quarterback who they had in the beginning of the year, who was starting,
right?
Like he a redshirt freshman, so in high school he was like the number 2 quarterback in the country. He started the first 3 games, but then he got benched after he threw like I think 2 picks or two or 3 picks in one of the games. They benched him and they started a true freshman quarterback. So the quarterback that's on the bench, who they not starting, he actually throws the ball, and he was one of the top prospects. He nice for sure, but the only reason why they really benched him because he don't scramble and they don't got no offensive line, so. They need somebody to take off, so now they starting a freshman quarterback because he like to run, but I don't think they not even starting the best quarterback on their team. They probably go change him next week. I feel like they gonna go back.
And I thought that game was gonna be like I thought that game was gonna be like the Ohio State.
The quarterback for sure is better than him.
I'm gonna have to definitely check him out and see what's to him because I ain't really heard nothing about him like that. Probably because they benched him.
Yeah,
I know Oklahoma been winning, but they ain't been really like going too crazy like that.
And they won the games with him. He just had a bad game, and they benched him and put the other quarterback in, and they let him back out.
It's always you gotta let them get a chance to shake that shit off sometimes, you know. But another person we gonna talk about, how you pronounce his name? Ashton Genty from Boise State, the running back.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Man, he going crazy. He just hit another big game, 31 carries, 217 yards, a touchdown. He said he trying to rush for 2,000.
I feel like he probably can. Shit,
he down there at 2. He was like at 1,300 right now.
I just hope he stay healthy. All them snaps he taking.
You think he got a better chance of winning Heisman than anybody right now?
Say that.
If he reached that 2,000, I think they gonna give it to him.
Say the Heisman go to him, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter. It's a lot of people in there.
Do you think
but I think he can get it though.
All right, do you think Shedeur Sanders should be in there for a Heisman? Cause he up there in the top passing yards, top touchdowns. He don't turn the ball over like that. You think he should be in there?
I don't know how many games they win at the end of the season. I feel like.
Yeah. Or you think
if they make a bowl game, they gotta at least make a bowl game this year.
Yeah, they made one last year, didn't they?
Yeah,
but they lost that year. Yeah. They gotta at least win a bowl game. But make sure y'all drop a comment and let us know what y'all think about the Colorado versus Kansas State game, and let us know what y'all think about what happened Saturday or the upcoming Saturday. What games we should be looking into. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video. So we're gonna get into some NFL games. So the first game we're gonna get into Chicago play Jacksonville over in London. They came out with a victory, 35 to 16.
I had to check the exact score.
But Caleb Williams came out efficient, 23 of 29, 226 yards.
It was 35-16.
35-16 was the score. Caleb Williams came out efficient, 23 of 29, 226 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did have an interception, but ultimately they came out on top. Trevor Lawrence had threw for 232 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the Bears on a 3-game winning streak, first time since 2020. How you think? What you think about Caleb Williams? How he been playing lately in the Bears?
I feel like he getting better every game.
Yeah.
He started off kind of just holding on. I mean, he's still doing it a little bit, but holding on to the ball a little bit too long. But I feel like every game he getting better than me.
Facts. I feel like
but last game he played good. Today, like not yet today, but Sunday he played even better. I feel like.
Cause the last people they just played was who, the coach, right?
Yeah.
The coach was the last.
They played the Panthers.
The Panthers. But those two teams, I feel like you expect him to like do what he's supposed to do against those teams, just because those two are the worst teams in the NFL right now. Yeah, they both. I feel like the Panthers defense a little better than the Jaguars.
I just feel like just off of just seeing how he was playing with the ball.
Performance, right? Yeah. I feel you. And like you said, after they had him throw the ball 52 times, they brought it down. Now he more like I said, more efficient. He went like 17 for 23. The last game he went, I can't remember exactly where he went, but they keeping his passes down. He ain't really throwing the ball 30 times.
Swift helping out. Swift basically stepping up.
First
game Swift did nothing. So
I feel like the first 2-3 games he ain't really do nothing. But like the last 3 games he been fighting his foot, and he had 94 rushing yards Sunday. He also had a touchdown. But yeah, I feel like that's what they really was missing, a good running game, so they can get that play action for him a little going. Because now they got Cole Kmet going on. He had a big game over in London too. He had 2 touchdowns. Keenan Allen had 2 touchdowns.
DJ Moore, he played decent too.
Yeah, DJ Moore had a nice game too. So, but I really feel like, I think it's the defense though.
The defense saving.
I feel like, I ain't gonna say saving them, but I feel like the defense just playing so good that it's allowing him to, like, you feel me, go ahead and perform better, because they holding teams to low points. Teams can barely throw the ball on them. They physical up front. You feel me? And they causing turnovers. Every time he get the ball, he in good field position. Or either they can go for a touchdown or they can kick a field goal. You feel me? So I feel like that defense really playing real good. And I feel like they ain't getting just enough attention until they have that one game when the defense just ain't that as good, and he got to try to go over the top.
Yeah, I feel like the whole division's doing good. We got right now, on paper, shit, it's the best division in football. Every team over 500.
Everybody over 500. And,
there's no other division like that right now.
That's what I say. I feel like, because, on top of that, the Bears did have the 3rd easiest schedule, so I want to see once they go into the division and start having division games, I want to see, like, how they go against it. I feel like that's going to be the toughest games they're going to be playing, against Minnesota, Detroit, and Green Bay, especially Green Bay, because they play them later on in the season. I feel like that's going to have a playoff chances. Yeah. But another game we're going to get into, Jaden Daniels went off against Lamar Jackson. Both quarterbacks had a good game. Jaden Daniels, 269, 2 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson, 20 for 26, 300 yards, a touchdown. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. What you take away? How you feel about that game?
I feel like it was a good game. I feel like Daniel's nice to be a rookie for sure. Probably the best rookie in the league right now.
You got him for Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, I think he could get it. If he keep playing like this, he can get it for sure.
And I actually feel like,
if he keep playing like this, he can be in the debate for MVP.
MVP. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till I tell you who I think should be a run for MVP. But Jaden Daniels, I feel like the same thing. I feel like easily he just, at this point, it's his Rookie of the Year to lose. He went out there, and I feel like he had a chance. They had 2 chances to take the lead going into that 3rd quarter, because they had a chance. I feel like they should have kicked the field goal instead of trying to go for it. But they did kick the field goal. He just missed it. But if they score, but I feel like they should have went for a touchdown knowing they get the ball back. I didn't know they got the ball back in the third quarter. So I feel like they should have went for the touchdown with that where they was at instead of going for that. Because the wind, it was kind of windy too. They was kind of kicking into the wind. So, but overall, the Ravens looking real good. I feel like they finally found their identity on how they gonna run, use Derrick Henry, and let Lamar Jackson able to do
it. They need to use their game because the first few games
they was not using him. Yeah. But now that you see his carries going up,
too big.
That same thing I said. Like it ain't no reason why it's 2nd and 3, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 1, and you don't got him in the game.
Him off the ball.
Like that's easy.
Whose point is to get him?
What you if you ain't gonna use that? I feel like they heard everybody talking about that and they starting to like, fuck it, just gonna give him the ball. Especially after I feel like that Buffalo Bills game, when they did that, that's when it was the come out game, like, alright, we gonna give him the ball. And since then, because just think about it, like my boy TJ said, if they giving this man the ball, if they give him the ball 31 times, we want to keep tackling him 31 times.
Nobody want to tackle him at all. Right?
At all, you feel me? Like, so long as they doing that, and Lamar Jackson, I ain't gonna lie, Lamar Jackson looking like an MVP candidate again. You know, he just threw his first interception of the season this week. 20 for 26, 300 yards. He just waking up and just doing this shit.
Oh, nice. I got him as my little fantasy quarterback in this league, man, right
now. How you do for your fantasy league?
I mean, this week it was just alright, but the past few weeks he went crazy, man.
I said I was gonna get into the fantasy. I supposed to start got in the fantasy league.
It's just my second year doing it. I ain't never did it before.
How you fuck with it? It's cool.
It's cool. You keep up with the games a little bit more because you gotta keep following. But it's cool though.
So what you just you in somebody else's league or you just
somebody else's league?
Oh, okay, that's cool. So how y'all like go about winning that shit?
Basically, whatever league you in, some people like, let's say it's 10 people. You can say everybody put up 100, and at the end of the year, at the end of the season, whoever win get the pot.
But how you know who gonna where you get records and shit like
that?
You
it's like they keep track of everything on the app.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Well, the next game we gonna get into is the Bucks destroyed. I'm talking about destroy the Saints 51 to what? 21? 51 to 21. Baker Mayfield threw 4 touchdowns. He also threw 3 interceptions. Rookie Spencer Rattler started for the Saints. He had a decent game, threw for over 200 yards. He had 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But what you think about Baker Mayfield in the Bucks?
I feel like that game was a lot closer than the score.
Early on,
yeah,
early on it definitely was a lot
closer. I had money on that game. I was watching it. I had thoughts that I was down there gonna lose the game.
Right.
Tampa Bay just scored 20 points in the 4th quarter. That's the only reason why the score was like that, pretty much.
Yeah, because the
score was close.
It was close. It was definitely close in the first half, and that's what Baker Mayfield threw most of his interceptions. I just feel like the Saints ain't capitalized. They ain't capitalized off a lot of those interceptions.
And the Saints was starting a rookie quarterback too.
That too. Even though I ain't gonna lie, he ain't look too bad. Spencer Rattler ain't look too bad. I was a big fan of Spencer Rattler when he was at South Carolina, even when he was at Oklahoma before he got benched and shit for Caleb Williams and shit. But you know how that go. But he played decent. I feel like the first interception he threw it wasn't really too much.
A lot of times all them balls get tipped.
That's what I was gonna say.
So it got tipped.
You feel me? Then the second time he trying to make a play.
To do too much.
Yeah, that's all that was. But overall, I feel like if they would have kept that game or be able to capitalize off them interceptions, they probably could have came out on top of that game. Because to be honest, Saints got a decent team for that division they in. They got a decent team.
Yeah, I think Tampa. Yeah, that's decent though for sure.
But I ain't gonna lie. One thing, if Tampa Bay got some running backs. They was running the ball like a
they were running back from like it was I think the dude was a rookie too.
Yeah, I think both of them was rookies or one was a 2nd-year player.
Yeah, I think that.
Because White ain't played.
Yeah, he ain't played.
But they was just I'm talking about every time they ran the ball they had to be averaging like 7 yards.
About 100-something yards.
Number 44.
Yeah.
I think number 44 had 100 yards. So
125.
125. So that took a lot off Baker Mayfield. Even though Baker Mayfield.
No, not 125. 136.
136 yards. What's his name? Sean Tucker. Shout out to Sean Tucker. Had 124 yards. Big outcoming game for the rookie. You feel me? Chris Godwin had a good game. 11 catches for over 100 yards. Mike Evans doing what Mike Evans do. What you think about How you think of Mike Evans top in the league receiver? Where you would put him at? Even though he been in the league for like 10
I mean,
years.
he up there, but if you had to ask me, I wouldn't like put him in the top 5.
So you ain't got him on your fantasy league, basically.
I mean, fantasy league, I mean, you got to draft him.
You gotta draft him,
so
yeah.
it ain't that I wouldn't want him on my league. You gotta, somebody pick him before you can't get him. So it's like,
Who your receiver on your fantasy league?
I got Nico Collins, and I had Stephon Diggs.
Nico, that ain't bad.
And Nico hurt though, now, so.
Stephon Diggs just had a decent game too. Speaking of Stephon Diggs, that's the next game we're gonna get into. Texans took care of the Patriots, 41-21. C.J. Stroud threw 3 touchdowns. Slight day at the office. Mixon first game back, had a big game, over 100 yards. Tank Dell got in the end zone. Your boy Stephon Diggs had 77 yards for you in a touchdown. How that played out for your fantasy?
He did pretty good. He had like, I think it was like 16 fantasy points, 16 or 17.
How you think this Texas team look right now?
They look good. I feel like they need Nico Collins back though.
Yeah.
To go. Like,
For sure they do. I feel like he one of the top receivers
He
in
the
the league
best
right
receiver on that team.
now. On that team for sure, yeah, for sure.
Diggs right now.
He definitely the number one target for sure. He is. The one person I do want to take away from is Don Shorts from the Texans, the tight end. He dropped a lot of passes. He ain't playing how I thought he was gonna play. But they teams are so good. It's just like it don't even matter, bro. And then Joe Mixon. Shout out to Joe Mixon. First game back. He over 100 yards touchdown.
Mixon's killing. That was what they was missing.
That's all they was missing. I feel like
the run game is.
And if he run it, and they still
If he
say
run like that and Nico come back, they go.
Man, it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be real tough. And they said he went 100%. But shit, I couldn't tell. But
most of these NFL players, once they get over week 6, I feel like ain't nobody 100%. Everybody be hurting in some way.
But he definitely had a big game.
Playing through shit.
Even what's the name? Even though the Patriots lost, Drake May threw for 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, what you think about him? He coming out of North Carolina.
I was a fan of him in North Carolina.
Yeah.
But I ain't really watched too much of that game yesterday. I mean, on Sunday, I ain't really watched too much. But he nice, though.
Yeah, I mean, even though a lot of them touchdown passes came like after they were already blown out, he showed a little promise. So you feel me? Show what he can do. They should have let him start it anyway with Jacoby Brissett. But the next game we're gonna get into, we're gonna go back to the Bears division and talk about their rivals, the Packers. Jordan Love threw 4 touchdowns. What you think about the Packers? How they look? You think they? I feel like they back rolling now.
Yeah, I think the Packers nice. I think the Packers, Detroit. I mean, the whole division really good right now. I can't even Minnesota, Detroit, but Packers good though.
I feel like the one thing that's gonna really challenge the Bears when they play the Packers is how good that the receivers that just look for the Packers. Romeo Doubs, Christian Washington, Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed almost been having a touchdown every game this season. Christian Washington finally had a big game. What they drafted him for. Romeo Doubs had a crazy catch in the second half of that game. That shit was going. It was crazy. But what you think? Marvin Harrison went down. Marvin Harrison Jr. went down with a concussion in that game. So hopefully he good. A speedy recovery to him. But what you take away from the Cardinals in that game?
The Cardinals game, I ain't pretty much get to watch all of that game, but who they played? They played the
Packers.
Packers. I was watching that a little bit. I was at the casino watching 3 games at one time, but I mean, the Packers pretty much blew them out from the jump.
Yeah.
The defense was getting on Kyler Murray pretty much the whole game, and once Harrison went down with concussion, he had a concussion, didn't he?
Yeah, he had a concussion. He went down.
He didn't come back.
It looked like it was really over with after that. He didn't really have too many people to get the ball to. James Conner, they really couldn't run the ball like that. The defense really stepped up, and Jordan Love was just out there, just throwing darts. For sure he was. Another game we gonna get into. The Philly played the Cleveland Browns. They came out on top, a 4-point victory, 16-20. But the one thing I really want to talk about is everybody just giving Deshaun Watson like so much heat. Like, man, he looked terrible. He looked like this. He looked like that. The stats from the game last night: Deshaun Watson was 16 for 23, 168 yards, and Jalen Hurts was 16 for 25, 264, and 2 touchdowns. Like, what you think wrong with, and both teams really played bad, but what you really think wrong with the Browns?
Browns seem like Watson just throwing the ball in the dirt most of the time.
But
He's doing that shit a lot lately.
But it's like,
I'm not saying he
throw it in the dirt.
I'm hoping he
that's what I'm saying.
Get back to what he's doing, but these last few games, it ain't really been.
But how do you think that team look?
The team not all that. They need a running back too.
They need Nick Chubb for sure.
I feel like Chubb's gonna help them a lot because that could take the stress off of him having to try to find somebody every time.
I feel like they had like 3 different running backs.
I don't think
they done ran like 3 different running backs last week. I mean,
Sunday. They had the defense. That was Nick Chubb's defense. They was gonna help him, but without that.
And then even with that, the defense ain't even looking
like how they once was.
Exactly. So now
defense used to lock everybody up.
Man, then you had some Myles Garrett get to the quarterback. He's still doing him, but he ain't. It's like he ain't getting no help now. Yeah. So it's like I could just put all the focus on him to block him, and I just feel like even if they do start to get an offense, it's gonna be like dinner too late because the defense can't keep up. And it's gonna be like it's just a shootout type game. You feel me? But I said Jalen Hurts went 16 for 25, 264, 2 touchdowns, and that's somebody who got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on his team with a Saquon Barkley. What you think about that?
Like, Hurts kind of overrated some of these games too. He don't be playing up to his expectation. I watched that whole game. They was struggling. Start to finish.
And Philly been struggling all the way starting back to last year. To be honest, like they ain't finished the season well. They went into playoffs. They looked horrible in the playoffs. You feel me? I just feel like they just ain't been playing good football. And Jalen Hurts was a player recently that just got paid too. So everybody who done got paid, everybody ain't been looking like what that money supposed to do. So what you think Philly need to do?
Philly need to run the ball. That's what I really think. Shit.
Get the ball to Saquon Barkley?
Way more. He don't get the ball enough at all.
You don't think so? For sure. Even
barely get enough. Like, they should be running the ball way more times than they should. Or let me just show something yesterday.
Cause they really trying to run. I feel like they really just trying to run Jalen Hurts more. I feel like I don't know. Even when Jalen Hurts went to the Super Bowl that year, I feel like.
I mean, he had a lot of. I guess he got to step up too. He ran about 18 times. He only had 47 yards. So.
But look at that. It's they offensive line really ain't. Just think about it. Kelsey gone. He ain't the center no more. He ain't the leader on that offensive line no more. So who is the next big star on the offensive line? The defense ain't been looking.
Saquon was getting yards on the Giants. Shit, so
that's what I'm saying. But
I feel like he should be able to still do something.
I feel like right now the Giants missing Saquon. All the Giants need right now is a Saquon Barkley special with Malik Neighbors, and that defense is playing good ball. They held Cincinnati only to 17. Cincinnati had 7 points all the way to the second half of that game, and they ended up tied the game up. I just think Cincinnati probably came out, but I feel like Philly need to do something about that defense for sure though, for sure. Another game we're going to get into the Detroit versus the Cowboy game. The Cowboys just got stepped all over 47-9. Jared Goff had a big game. Hutchinson went down with a.
I didn't get a chance to see how the injury.
Man, I seen the whole play. I ain't even see. I couldn't tell if his leg was broken or nothing like that. But I'm watching the play, and as I'm watching the play, he sacked that. Like, he sacked him, and then he just fell. And then he still pulled Dak down. I'm like, what the fuck going on? But you could tell he was like, whatever happened to him, that shit was like hurting real bad. He's screaming.
Tough next. They gonna be out for the year, probably the beginning of next year.
You think it's gonna really affect their defense? Because he is the anchor.
Top pass rush on the team.
For sure. Dak threw only 178 yards, 2 picks. What you think about? What you think? What you think wrong with this Cowboys team?
They don't got nobody to run the ball either.
They traded Tony Pollard. Well, they let him go.
You just run the ball. You just throw the ball every single time. You ain't got nobody to run.
You turn really one-dimensional. Everybody know what you're going to do.
Yeah, sure.
CeeDee Lamb ain't been having no big games. He didn't have a touchdown last week.
Running back that's going to open it up for him to get open.
What you think they run Zeke back for?
Just needed somebody. Shit, man.
And I told you I was going. This probably shock you, but I think Jared Goff should be in the run for MVP right now too. The way he playing. Last week he had a perfect game. This week came and just he put up.
He probably a sleeper pick. A lot of people ain't thinking of his name when you mention.
That's why I said because a lot of people was like, man, Baker Mayfield, man, Sam Darnold. I'm like, no, Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff is going. Detroit playing good shit.
Yeah. Then you seen they also they just gave David Montgomery an extension.
People be forgetting that Goff was the #1 pick. Like a lot of people be
Not even just that. He was in the Super Bowl before.
Like,
you feel me? He always.
Baker Mayfield was #1 pick.
He was #1 pick. But I just feel like seeing Jared Goff play good with the Detroit Lions. I seen him do this with the Rams though. Like if he got a good supporting cast and he got a good game plan for him, that's what he gonna do. He got a nice receiver, Amar St. Brown, another Jameson Williams, nice tight end. You got 2 good running backs. Montgomery just had a good game, 2 touchdowns.
And they got the boy from Alabama.
Jameer Gibbs. And I say he like Alvin Kamara 2.0.
Yeah,
you feel me? So yeah, I feel like Detroit. I feel like Jared Goff definitely a sleeper for this year MVP for sure. People should start looking at him. But today is Monday Night Football coming on tonight, and the Jets take on Buffalo, and Josh Allen ain't really been playing too good. Last week he had a atrocious game, 9 for 30, 131 yards. He did throw a touchdown, but what you think Buffalo need to do to get this team back on track? 'Cause not just last game when he played the Texans, he also had a bad game that game too, but they ran the ball so good. James Cook been running the ball so good. What you think wrong with that?
I feel like it ain't all his fault. I feel like they don't got no receivers on that team. So
true, but they gave Diggs away. They gave Davis up.
They just gotta get somebody. But
I thought
if you would have put any other, if you put any other quarterback on that Bills team, I don't think their record would be what it is right now.
You don't think so? What they record is? What they 3-2? I think they record 3-2 right now.
I don't think with no help. I don't feel like.
You don't think Keon Coleman should be that type of dude? They get all the targets. They not. They don't look like. Yeah, he definitely. Kincaid been stepping up, but I just feel like they don't throw the ball to Keon Coleman.
I feel like he ain't always open either.
So you think that's a him thing?
Open. He wasn't. You gotta think he wasn't like a top 10 draft pick. He was nice in college at Florida State, but he wasn't just like that.
But I feel like cause he got size, something like that. Like even if he can't get open, you should. The way they talk about Josh Allen, he should be able to throw some. You gotta be able to throw people open too sometimes too. Not all the time, but at least sometimes be able to throw somebody open.
They passed up on a wide receiver to get coming.
Exactly. So
they passed up on Worthy.
Worthy, and you see what he doing for the Chiefs right now. He in the role where he got to step up. You feel me? Just like Keon Coleman in the role, he definitely got to step because it really, like you say, it's really up for grabs with that #1 receiver spot. But what about the Jets? The Jets they just fired their head coach last week. The assistant coach, I believe, stepping up. How you think they gonna play tonight? Who you got winning?
I got Buffalo winning.
You got Buffalo winning?
Yeah,
money on it?
I ain't make it yet, but yeah, I'm about to though.
You think so? Yeah. What you think wrong with this Jets team though? Because they playing. I feel like they ain't putting up points. They leaving a lot of points on the field and they ain't finishing drives off. So what you think really wrong? Because last week they had that game against Denver. They only scored 9 points, but Breece Hall ran the ball bad. He averaged less than a yard carry, 10 carries, 4 yards, and Aaron Rodgers had more rushing yards than him. Do you think they need to go to the rookie who been playing good ball?
I feel like the problem with them the last game was just they jumped off sides. They had flags. They was jumping off sides a lot.
It was raining and shit too.
Yeah. Every time he snapped his hand height when he was trying to do fakes and shit, they all was jumping off sides.
So they think
they was getting behind the chain every single time. Every time they was starting, they was on either 1st and 15.
I feel like
2nd and 20. They was never just first and 10. Yeah, they always behind. You can't
basically shooting themselves in the foot, and they do make the game hard when you try to try to make up for yardage that you lost and shit like that. That do make the game way harder than what it need to be. But I think the offensive line should be used to that, or they should be getting on top of that, because you know, like, this the type of quarterback that y'all got. This what he do. This what he known for. He got one of the best cadence in the NFL. So for somebody to jump outside so he can throw the ball deep. You feel me? So I feel like they just.
They need to get that. That's why the coach basically got fired, I think, off of that. So.
I think he got fired because they weren't able to put up no points. Because they showed the stat from last year and this year between the same amount of games, and they only put up the same amount of points. And it was like, damn, that's crazy. And you got Aaron Rodgers. You feel me? Yeah. So it's like, or do you think it's Aaron Rodgers is looking too old? You think he washed?
I feel like it ain't always. I wasn't always fault. I feel like he was getting behind the chain every single time they had the ball. So I feel like that's the main reason.
Well, you don't think him coming back
off
injury?
He is old as shit, but I mean, I still feel like he can get more points than what they've been getting.
For sure, that same thing I believe too. I feel like
I'm not saying he like the top 3 quarterback in the league right now, but
you don't think
he can play better than what he been doing.
You don't think him coming back from that injury still dealing with him a little bit, and by him being that age?
Man, like Kirk Cousins came back from the same injury. He threw for 500.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
facts, and I was giving him right before they
first
game.
two games he was playing Terry. He just threw 500 something yards. So
true. But do you think? But you know, Kirk Cousins do got. Well, I mean, you can compare the. You say they got about the same skill level on both sides, except from running back, because I feel like Atlanta running back Robinson just.
Yeah, well, Reese Hall he not bad.
He not bad at all,
but for sure.
I feel like they need to go and find that running game like they did against the Patriots. They game, even though they supposed to have won by a lot more than they did, but I feel like that game was. They moved the ball good. They threw the ball good. They got a balance of both. The defense played good, because that defense all been playing good for like the last 2-3 years now. All they needed was a good quarterback to come run that offense. So I feel like it ain't over with for them yet either. But we'll see. But make sure y'all leave a comment on the video and let me know what y'all think about over the Sunday, what about the NFL games and what games stood out good to y'all, and let me know about who y'all think gonna win today's game against the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. But I'm gonna wrap it up. This great conversations and guests. I'm your boy Turbo. Remember, add me on Instagram at DMG Turbo. For y'all that got Facebook, add me on Facebook at John Morant. It's my boy Brandon. You want to tell him, what's your name?
Man, you can follow me at King RTB or subscribe on YouTube, Urban 101. That's about it.
Shout out to my boy TJ behind the camera. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram at Taj_Miller. And you know, keep locking in. We gonna keep dropping this shit for y'all, man.